So there you go. Kevin Appier's first and most recent Royals uniform in the Royals Hall of Fame. They did not allow him to put his coat and tie in the Hall of Fame, however, but we're going to put him on television because he looks so good. Congratulations.
Thank
Abe.
you. Thank you.
For sure, for sure.
Thanks, Frank.
It's great. So, how was it down there?
It was pretty cool. You know, I first walked out there, all the girls in my family are crying. So it's like, it was very emotional, but it was very flattering. I didn't even expect the video at all. That was amazing. Everybody would talk like that. So don't get used to the suit thing.
Yeah.
They could probably put it in the Hall of Fame. I don't know when the next time I'll wear one is.
Well, we're talking about your pose, you know, your pitching form. I mean, your arm, I mean, you almost touch the ground with your hand sometimes. You reach back so far. And that back leg, you know, was that the old drop and drive approach right there from the pitcher?
To the extreme, huh?
To the extreme, yes.
I know. Bruce Keese used to go, can't you just stand up a little bit more? I could, but then I wouldn't throw nearly as good. So I tried to be conventional. You know, those attempts didn't work out. So, but they learned to tolerate me.
Here's the delivery we are talking about.
Man, that's reaching back right there. I mean, that's putting everything in every pitch.
Definitely. And you know, I talked about that during the press conference today. You know, some guys could go on cruise control for a bit, but I didn't have the kind of stuff to do that. I had to go all out every pitch. And I think that did shorten my career a little bit, but you know, I'd much rather have that than question whether I gave up a hit or a run or something because I was doing that cruise control.
Well, I was always under the impression that you didn't want the hitter to touch the ball at all.
Well, I didn't mind him touching as long as it for sure went to somebody, you know? It's like, but after, you know, bleeders and ground balls through the middle and you know, but an out was an out, definitely. I was just, as long as they didn't hit it hard and they hit it to somebody, that's what it was.
Where did your intensity come from? I mean, you just seemed so intense on the mound, you know, in the control. But right. I mean, just being very aggressive, very mentally tough. When you know, when every hitter came up there, you just went right after that one hitter.
Yeah, I mean, I just always felt that was how you played the game, viciously. And my plan was to go as hard as I could for as long as I could. And you know, if that got me through that whole game, or however long it got me through my career, then that's what it was. You know, I had a pretty long career, considering not like yours. But
pretty close, though.
Well, when you get into double digits, that's a long career.
Wow, that's impressive. I mean, and especially, you know, how long did you play on that turf? We were just talking about that over on the other side, just how baking it was when the turf was down there. Yeah, that was amazing. You guys handled that. Because I used to try to stay on the dirt. You remember? I would. You guys be throwing the ball around, and I'd just be doing circles on the dirt because I didn't want to go on the turf because it was hot.
Well, when you got just that Sunday afternoon, that's the day we worried about it for the most part. But I just looking at you when you first came up, you saw the intensity right away. You know, it just wasn't a situation where here's a rookie guy who is learning how to compete. I mean, you were competing right from day one.
Well, definitely. I mean, you know, I was fairly young when I came up, and I wasn't great. I didn't have great knowledge of baseball, but that's what I had. I had intensity, and you guys were extremely helpful. Think about the veteran team that I came up to. You and George and Willie, and I mean, you couldn't have had a better circumstance to come up than I did.
Abe, who taught you the slider? What's the evolution of that trademark pitch of yours?
I was taught that in a guy taught me the grip in college, but it was really just, you know, I kind of described people as trying to open the door, you know, the doorknob while trying to tear it out of the door. That's how I kind of that's how I threw my slider.
Open the doorknob, trying to tear it out of the doorknob.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's how a lot of hitters probably felt trying to hit that slider.
A lot of people mistaked it for a split finger, you know. But I never like told them the difference. I go, really, you know, split, whatever.
Whatever they want to think, that's fine. But I could just look at your delivery and playing behind you and just seeing the deception because you came from so far with it. and the deception on the slider and the fastball, you really couldn't tell the difference when it first came out of your hand.
That was really important for me, that deception. And you know, like I'd be a slow thrower compared to some of the guys using now. It's ridiculous. But with the deception, people thought I threw harder, and you know, I was more susceptible to mechanical things, I think, because
Castro with a base hit to left field, even though Danny Duffy shattered his bat, so 2 on, 1 out.
well, I needed to, you know, hide the ball, you know, a lot from hitters, and so if my shoulder or something leaked out, then it would expose it. People pick up the ball, and I'd pretty much know it right away, you know. So
Now, how could you tell? I mean, because you really took that lead arm and you put it way out front, and then you swung it across, and then you came. So it was hard for you to open up too fast, wasn't it? Or
well, that's just the thing. If I was falling off too soon, which obviously I fell off afterwards, but if I fell off too soon and this arm came through too quick, then the ball would be right there visible to him.
You know, when guys retire, they say, well, I got to go out and get a real job. But you really do have a real job these days, don't you?
The ranch, I mean, it keeps me busy. I keep making it bigger and not hiring anybody. So, and they're not putting any more hours in the day. So I might have to make an adjustment there. But you know, I do real work there, and it is a real ranch. So, but I really like it.
As it was stated so well in the Kansas City Star this morning, a Southern California kid who fell in love with the Midwest and now in the Royals Hall of Fame. And thanks for dropping by. Hope we see you at the ballpark again.
Thank you, Ryan.
More than once every 7 years or so.
Thanks, Frank.
Good luck to you, big guy.
Thank you.